and water are clearly the most indispensable part of any preparedness kit. So let's talk about maintaining these, starting with your food. Unlike other food in your home, your emergency food is likely to sit for years without being used, and it's easy to forget about. Make note of the expiration date and just make sure to replace it a few months before it expires, and leave it sealed till the time comes. And if that emergency should arrive, I would consider your emergency food your last source of food, not your first. Start with your refrigerated foods, then your frozen foods, then non-refrigerated perishables like fruits and breads, then pantry items like canned foods, rices, pastas. Once you've wiped everything else out, then I'd eat the emergency food. I'd consider the emergency food in your kit great evacuation food and the food of last resort during a shelter-in-place situation. Likewise, your emergency water has an expiration date you'll want to note. It needs to remain sealed until the time comes, and it will probably be your water of last resort, even during an emergency. Unless, of course, water sources have been contaminated, in which case it might be your best access to safe, clean drinking water. Water filtration straw is a great tool. This is designed to make untreated water drinkable. It can filter out bacteria and protozoa, so if you needed to drink from a river or a puddle in an emergency, this is what you'd want to use. It is not designed, however, to filter out chemicals. So if you suspect that something human-made has contaminated that water source, this is not the tool for that. Now here's the big question. Do you have enough food and water in this bag? Only you can know the answer to that. It depends on things that only you know about you and your family, such as how many people are you preparing for and how many pets? Are you preparing for a fairly short-term event like a wildfire evacuation, or a long-term event like the aftermath of an earthquake when you might not have running water and services for weeks on end? In all likelihood, you're going to need to build up a food and water supply that's much larger than this bag or any other bag could hold. I'd encourage you to review the educational resources so that you can start answering some of these questions for yourself.